I would love to say good morning, and I would love to say welcome back to my channel. But for some reason, I'm not saying this on a good note because I am actually not in a very good mood right now. And when I say I'm not in a good mood, I'm not in a good mood in the sense that I'm not happy about a lot of things that I've been experiencing in recent weeks. But this particularly concerns the way in which people have been handling this entire issue, not just from and I'm not talking about the doctors, just to get that straight, and I'm not talking about, the government or anything like that, but this is particularly with regards to people that I know, people within my network, people that I affiliated with, people that are within my contact details, people who send WhatsApp messages, people who send you emails, people who make posts and circulate posts on conspiracy theories around COVID-19, New World Order, the vaccine being a ploy by some New World Order's attempt to depopulate Africans or depopulate the planet in some way. Now, some of you could be interested in that. It could be a subject of interest to you. Nonetheless, I will make no attempt to defame or shame anyone for that matter, name call anyone, or to try and discourage anyone from their illustrious endeavors to prove that there's some government or some world order or some sort out there that has some agenda to depopulate the planet in any way. If you want to believe that, that's fine. If you feel like if you want to bring spirituality, or if you want to bring religion or faith into the whole thing, into the whole COVID-19 and vaccine and whatever, the end times, hey, that's entirely up to you. Let's just get that straight. I don't care. That's your business. If you want to be about that and you believe that there's some ploy out there to depopulate, regulate, control people's beliefs, freedom of speech and everything, there may be some facts to some few things or whatever. You've done your research, you feel like you've done your research and everything. Hey, that's great. I'm happy for you. Okay, I'm glad you found your voice and your sense of liberation and everything. That's great. Here's my problem. One thing, and only one thing that I have a problem with. Okay? The fact that I'm an African and I look the way I look and I have to deal with the things that I have to deal with has to do with the fact that I look like somebody who's as ignorant as they come. And I'm not talking about ignorance because it's a label of some sort that I'm sticking out there, but I'm saying ignorance in the sense that you're ignorant. You're simply, purely ignorant. Ignorant of what? Ignorant of the facts. Ignorant of the fact that the word fact actually means something. The word fact represents something. The word truth represents something. The word science represents something. The word theory means something, alludes to something. Representation. Whatever happened to the academies? Whatever happened to the truth? Why are we educated? Why do we go to school? Why do you write a test? Why do you have to study something and prove that you've gone through a process where you actually went to read? You gathered enough information to prove that you can actually argue a theoretical question in order to prove that you have a basic understanding of what is being requested of you, so that you can provide an answer. If you do not have an answer for something, why do you have to make up one? Because once you start making up stuff, you're either simply someone who's unaware of the fact that they are to some extent stupid and ignorant, and completely unaware of the reality which they exist in, that begs the question for one to ask, what the hell do you think you're doing? Now, I'm asking this in particular because this makes us Africans look ridiculous and stupid. Not only ridiculous and stupid, but it makes us to seem like we're illiterate. Like we do not understand technology or the basis means by which the technology is given, is provided for, so that we can use it properly and appropriately to enhance ourselves, to inform ourselves better. We live in a time where we are blessed with so much information, but nobody seems to know how to use that information properly. Is it because technology has, are we so left behind by technology that because we're so incensed and overexcited by the use of social media and the discovery of the usage of is it computers and emails and whatever means of technology that you use to communicate and access information? How do you understand how to use that information? How do you conduct research? What is your understanding of conducting proper research? Let's talk about all this. Let's break it down for a second here. So there's coronavirus. Coronavirus are reported. Conspiracy theories out there. And by the way, let's just define what a conspiracy is for a second here. A secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. Okay, super. The action of plotting or conspiring. So there is a conspiracy, so there is a conspirator somewhere. That's interesting. Let me think about that. There's a conspirator. Who might the conspirator be? I wonder. Could it be the government? Could it be the Chinese? Or could it be my neighbor? Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, somebody thinks that there's a conspiracy. The conspiracy is coronavirus doesn't exist. It's caused by 5G towers. Okay. Maybe it's not the 5G towers. It's it's something that was invented by the Chinese in a lab. Could be true. You never know what they're doing in their labs. Those Chinese people. We don't know. Or better yet, coronavirus, the masks actually cause coronavirus to spread even more. We don't say. But how do I eventually really get to know the truth behind that? So now that we've authenticated that there is a virus, it's not something that's created by the Chinese. Now we need to scrutinize the vaccine. What about the vaccine? How do we know that it's trustworthy? What's in that stuff anyway? There's nothing wrong with being scrutinized about the vaccine. Be scrutinized about the vaccine. I want to know about what's in the vaccine. I want to know. It's my right to know. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that I don't know what's in the vaccine, for that matter, or how it works, or the fact that I lack certain knowledge and I'm unaware of certain things, doesn't mean that I must base my skepticism as factual, or therefore I must create my own facts. You are not entitled to your own facts. You can have an opinion if you want to have an opinion, but don't create your own facts on the basis of your lack of knowledge. That's just ridiculous. I see people sending posts about Obama signed an agreement, or not signed an agreement, or he is giving support to some kind of some kind of a pledge of some sort to warn Africans not to take the vaccine or something. Who the heck creates nonsense like that? He took the vaccine already with 2 other previous presidents to prove that it's trustworthy. Nobody's trying to depopulate you. And this whole nonsense about depopulation, do you even realize that the ridiculousness behind the idea of depopulation? So the New World Order wants to depopulate Africans. Why would they want to do that? Why would they want to do that? Oh, Africans are the most inactive economically. Who told you that? Where are your facts? Who told you that? Africa is a 3.8 or 10 or something billion dollars. No, it's a 3 point something trillion dollar economy. Powerhouse. It's an economic powerhouse. Everybody invests in Africa. Why would anybody want to cut their paycheck? Okay, why would anybody want to cut their source of income? Africans are the most inactive economically. Really? Who does that? Like seriously, I'm just asking, logically, how does that make sense? Is it the corporations? Are they sick and tired of making money? Is it the government? Are they sick and tired of the money flow, the economic growth, or do they hate themselves and the world so badly that they want to impact the world as negative as possible? It's hard enough that COVID-19, that this virus and the pandemic, it has ravaged the economy and people's lives so much. Why don't we depopulate? Why don't we depopulate people? Oh, that makes sense, right? Why? Why does that make sense? Because somebody says so? Because there's a theory out there that suggests otherwise? Conspiracy theories make us Africans look stupid. And I'm being particular with us Africans because I'm an African. Some of y'all out there are really making us look stupid. I mind that. Not only are you making us look stupid, you're also killing us. Literally. Because of this unending cycle of ridiculousness based on nothing but a conspiracy theorist. Conspiracy theories. A theory is a theory, not a fact. It's called a conspiracy, but a theory of a conspiracy. So unless you've got the facts, stop believing something when it's a simple theory until you have found the facts to substantiate that claim. Please, just knock it off. This ain't cool, it's not funny. What are the facts of the matter? How do you check when something is a fact or not? Do you believe something just because somebody sent it, or do you believe it because there's some merit to it? How do you know when something actually has merit? Well, the means to which you access a conspiracy should be the means by which you verify whether something that you're reading is true or is factual. And I'm talking about the dumbest things here. Okay? The dumbest things that could be proven otherwise. So now here we are. We still have the virus. It's still widespread all over the world. Some of you have lost your friends, some of you have lost your family members. We still lose people even today. So now, those advocates of conspiracy theories and their theorists have sort of died down a little bit. You've realized that, oh no, the virus has to be real because people are dying. They have to be dying, right? So the virus has to exist. So maybe the virus does actually exist. Okay, so never mind, let's dismiss that. Oh, what just happened? So the conspiracy doesn't exist anymore? What happened? What made you want to believe it? Is it the fact that you are now dealing with a reality that you're faced with on a daily basis? That's telling you straight up that the economy is down. Businesses have shut down. People have lost their jobs. Families are losing their loved ones. I can tell right now, that's not a joke. Until you lose somebody maybe close to you, then you start getting real and you're like, oh, okay, this virus is actually pretty real. Am I going to listen to some white man who's a president overseas who says, nah, it's not a big deal? In fact, don't even wear a mask. And people don't wear masks. Thousands are dying on a daily basis. So who takes accountability for that? For his words? Who takes accountability for the conspiracies that you spread at the end of the day? Ultimately, this is a question that we've got to ask ourselves. Those unverified WhatsApp messages that you send out there, who takes accountability and responsibility for them? Because somebody is going to end up believing you, especially if you're in a position of responsibility, especially if you're in a position of responsibility in a church setup or a church organization of some sort. People believe you because of your status. People believe you for whatever reason. They believe everything that comes out of your mouth. whether it's checked or unchecked, or it's verified or unverified. Okay, I receive a message. I'm going to give you an example of something here. Okay, receive a message that there's a new world order that's in place. There's a pin that represents a new world order. That was Photoshop. Obviously, I'm a graphic designer. I can notice when something's Photoshop. So this is what I simply did. Took my phone, and I'm going to screen record it just so that you all can see what I'm talking about. So all I did was go to my images, select the image. Oh, look, there's a little icon right there at the top, little eye. Searches for results that are similar. Click on it and look. Let's see if that pin that is on President Jacob Zuma is a pin that represents a new world order. So let's see right there. Oh, look here. They are links. They are links. The pin exists. So let's see where it comes from. Oh, look, what do you know? My global goals. UNDP.org. I could just look at that in my computer. Let's do some further research and find out. United Nations Development Plan. Oh, look, what do you know? These pins are available out there. They are for sustainable development goals. And that is why there were one there. Somebody out there, some random nobody that you don't know, some random 10-year-old, or some conspiracy theories, or somebody who just wants to mess around with people, decided it would be a fun idea to get this pin that doesn't seem like it's well known by a lot of people. Why don't I Photoshop it onto somebody, very badly Photoshopped anyway, and then mix it up with a bunch of things that I found out there on conspiracy theory websites, and make up some theory about the fact that the pin represents some new world order, some secret organization or something. But how would I know that? Oh wait, I just searched it using my phone. A phone that has technology that has the ability to find information, check your sources. Who is making the claim? Who are they? What is their agenda? And on top of that, proper research skills. Just because you Google something and you find a link doesn't necessarily mean that that is the answer or that is the solution. Research. What is research? You search for something. You find a link. When you go to a search engine, Google is a search engine, in case somebody didn't know that. Okay? Search engine simply means that it will search and give you links that are related to the search that you're looking for. And once you find something that's listed, among the lists that are listed, or it will return a series of, either it's an article or a website that has to do with whatever you're searching. Then now you gotta go into the website or the link or the article. Then search the source. That is search. All you've done is search. You haven't researched. Researching means that now when I click a link and I go into the website or I read that article, I'm gonna go deep to try and find out the claims that are being made by that respective individual or the website. How do I legitimize what they're saying or what they're claiming? Now I need to find out information behind the information, and where does it come from? Who are their sources? Their citations. That is now researching. So you're now going one level down. You're researching the information. You're trying to understand the information behind the information. That's research. A lot of you guys out there, you just search on it on an engine, type on Google, and you think you're doing research. You're not substantiating your sources and your information out there. People have been this is just stuff that's regurgitating itself for years and years and years. It used to be all over people's emails, on spam emails. People used to always get spam emails all the time. A spam email that says, hey, if you send this to the next 10 people or 4 people, you're gonna be entered into a lucky draw or something. By some random dude. Who is that dude? But all these things have resurfaced throughout time, using the same old tactics, using the bots that follow you behind and track you and your website usages and everything that you post and like on social media and everything. That's technology. depending on what you favor, depending on what your religious affiliation is, depending on who you support politically. So what am I saying here, people? Use the technology that you have appropriately. It's really important. It's important to substantiate your sources. It's important to use technology properly. Conspiracy theorists make us Africans look stupid. You're making us look stupid. A lot of you guys are out there making us look dumb. Like we're illiterate and we don't know what we're doing. We're incensed. You're so easily incensed by stupid things and stupid, ridiculous claims. Just because somebody sent it on a WhatsApp message doesn't make it true. Just because it's a claim doesn't mean it's true. Just because a preacher said it doesn't mean it's true. Okay? Just because you want to believe it doesn't make it true. Question everything. Authenticate your sources. Check what are the facts of the matter. Compare information. Basic things. Stop bringing God into these things. It has nothing to do with God. Stop bringing God into all these arguments and everything. Okay, God has nothing to do with that. God cares about your soul and your salvation. Okay, stop bringing religion or matters of faith into situations that just have to do with simple basic principles. God gave you a brain if you believe in God. He gave you a brain, so use it right. That's all I'm asking. Use your brain right. Use your brain properly. If somebody out there feels like I'm offending them by what I'm saying, you know what? I don't care. That's your damn problem. Okay? If you don't seem to understand the gravity to which we're living at right now, what we're facing right now as humanity, the pain, the heartache, the misery that people are going through right now because of something as simple as a virus, that could be prevented by simply taking on the measures that we gotta take. By listening to the health experts, the medical experts, who aren't even suggesting something that's abstract. It's even in the Bible. This has been practiced for generations and generations. Maintaining your distance. You know, biology is not a scientific thing. It's not something that has to do with somebody who has a degree or anything like that. It's just logic. When someone is infected, you maintain your distance from them. Sanitize. People are dying. People are dying. Because some of you can't swallow your pride. And some of you don't want to think. Some of you are lazy to think, in fact. Some of you are lazy to research. Information is right in front of you. It's knowledge is a couple of inches away from your thumbs. Substantiating facts and truth is a couple of inches away from your thumbs. Let's keep it real. This doesn't have to go on. Enough with these conspiracies and enough with this nonsense. Okay? You believe in God? Believe in your God. Pray to God. Pray for protection. Pray for whatever. But do what you gotta do. We need to keep it real about this virus and what's going on in this world. We're doing this to each other. We're doing it to each other.